No matter what the Taliban says, it is what the Taliban does that horrifies. For women and girls, there is real panic that gains they've made are about to be erased. Pashtana Durrani has heard from many of her students in recent days, worried their dreams are over. She is a teacher, human rights advocate, and executive director of Learn. That's a nonprofit working to make education more accessible for women and girls in Afghanistan. We reached her in a secret location because she too is hiding from the Taliban, fearing for her safety. I understand that you're in a location we're not talking about. I know there is risk associated, but you're still willing to talk with us. And I'm wondering, what chance are you taking having this conversation?
I cannot wait for another white man to come and rescue us, right? We have to fight our battles. We are empowered right now. We have the tools. The world is looking at Afghanistan. The world will listen to Afghanistan and Afghan women right now. So why not fight now?
You're not afraid of people coming to your location? I'm trying to imagine what it would be like, and I can't.
We already have been through so much drone attacks, civilian abuse, government abusing you, Taliban abusing you. So you, in your head, you have already through so much trauma that you need to stand up so that the trauma doesn't continue. So I would rather stand up today and not be afraid about it rather than living in the fear for the rest of my life.
So I have no doubt that you watched the Taliban talk before the cameras and talk about, yes, women can work and they can go to school and they can join government, but what is the meaning of the words that follow the but in that sentence for them?
For example, they are saying girls can study, but then what sort of studying are you talking about? General education are we talking about? Are we talking about Quranic studies? Are we talking about Sharia? Then we are talking about girls working or women working. So then there is a woman working and teaching in a madrasa, right? But that doesn't supplement for all the other professions that our world or our country needs to thrive, to survive, to stabilize.
When you hear some news reports describe the new Taliban, what goes through you?
Now they know how to speak English to the news channels, maybe.
I think we're all very well aware that the cameras are in Kabul right now. The eyes are on Kabul. But what is happening in the rural areas beyond the reach of cameras? What's your sense of specifically what is happening to women and girls there now?
Girls right now are afraid to go out. I just talked to my staff member and he's like, my niece, she doesn't want to go to school, and asked him why. He's like, because she's too afraid to go and she's just 9. So you have to understand that there is a difference in narrative. There's a difference in messaging, what they are trying to show to the world and what they are doing in person.
The worse it appears in Afghanistan, the more you hear from average citizens all over the world and some human rights groups saying, what can we do?
Where were you? Why couldn't you ask the Taliban not to abuse civilians, right? Not to make refugee influx and crisis, right? So the world is pretty much every time late when it comes to the cry for help in Afghanistan's perspective.
Pashtana, I have lots of little girls in my world, and I know they will be watching you, and they live very far away. And I wonder what you want them to think about tonight.
They should know that the Afghan women, Afghan girls are not victims, right? They have been victimized into this, waged by men, white men, brown men, all different kinds of colors of men, and they have waged this war for far too long to make women silent, right? And they have been doing this for the past few decades, right? And this is time for Afghan women to stand up, and all the women in the world, teenagers, girls, should stand by Afghan women in solidarity.
Okay. Pashtana, thank you very, very much.